It's Malak, and we are going to be looking at the Art of Mondo book, or Mondo. Not sure if it's referencing the Italian word mondo, which would be world. It's a big, beefy book. Not sure how many pages, but oh, that's cool. It's got, is that the artists? Some of the artists who are featured in here. Oh, here's the foreword, introduction, written. Oh, so these are just the people who made it. It's pretty cool. I wonder if that's them as the... Nah. I wonder if that could be their art too, though. No, because Brad Bird was a director, screenwriter, producer, and occasional voice actor. I don't know. Who knows? I do know that I was originally looking at the website, and I actually found a couple of artists who I started following on Instagram, Twitter. Can't really remember their names right now, but cool website. So Mondo, this company kind of does movie fan art, but fan art kind of sometimes feels like a bit of a derogatory term. Sometimes feels like it's kind of demeaning, or wow, pulling really close to that margin there though. Still nice, but that's an interesting choice. It's a nice hardcover book of construction. I got it for about $35, I think, on Amazon. So really, really priced generously. Didn't cost too much. Yeah, it's a lot of really nice work and illustration. Clerks, what a weird show. I watched that movie, it was a little odd. Yeah, a lot of these are just incredibly beautiful. Man. Not as big a fan of that Good, Bad, Ugly. Cool Hand Luke, that's okay, I guess. It's an interesting one for Goldfinger. Wow, that's a fascinating one. Space Odyssey. I like this one more for a Good, Bad, Ugly. Fistful of Dollars, that's kind of nice. This is too bad because the book doesn't really lay quite right, but I guess there is kind of a tear down the middle. Remember the Alamo, the Warriors. Beautiful stuff. Ooh, is that? Yeah, one of these. Very nice. That's one well worth having that for. The Shining. This double feature kind of makes me think of the there's a double feature with a movie by Tarantino, I think. It's a cute Tron one. Yeah, just a lot of incredible illustration. Movie poster job, a job at Mondo. I feel like, I'm not sure how hard they grind you, but it just looks really cool. You can create things that I feel like you could look back on and be like, yeah, I was able to include my artistic style and create something that is visually beautiful, that just has a nice aesthetic and is awesome. Look at this. That's just... some of these aren't particularly my style. I'm not saying they're bad, but they're just not my style. But a lot of these I would prefer over the true movie poster, and I think it would be so cool if we would see some of these in the box at movie theaters. because that kind of stuff can kind of sway people and like get people to buy a product or check out, you know, whatever it is. Kind of makes me think of the old kind of days of gaming, you know, the Nintendo Entertainment System, the Super Nintendo. A lot of the times, you know, the actual game didn't look as good as maybe the box art. I mean, every now and then you'd have some janky box art, but that's cool. Yeah, if you're looking for a... That's really cool. If you're looking for an interesting video on box art, video game box art, there's a pretty cool one by Naked Jakey. Jacob Christie, I think is his name, or Christensen, something like that. Was that Hoth? R2-D2. Getting some Star Wars stuff. Ooh. Let's see what's in here. Ah. Flip out for the whole trilogy. That's pretty cool. You know, this stuff is owned by Disney now, and I'm pretty sure that this is like a very legitimate and like established company at this point. So I kind of wonder, like, how do they get the licenses? That's a huge problem in the art world to me now. There's just a lot of these extended copyrights that have gone on for just so freaking long, way past people dying who were involved in them. And just, yeah... You know, we've got this, like, kind of culture and folklore that's kind of being monopolized, even by people who had nothing to do with its creation, which is kind of unfortunate because, you know, there's a lot of incredible fan artists and maybe third-party writers or creators out there who could be making stuff. You know, a lot of them are either trying to avoid copyright, or they just automatically feel like they can't, or they do it for a while and then they get into like legal trouble. They get a cease and desist. I think it is important to protect someone's creations and all that, but there should be a way to like have a royalty system or contact people so that you can, you know, through in a means with integrity and also paying dues, do your fan art or create things with other IPs, and so we can see all the wonderful things that other people can create too. Wow, that typography. Whew. Nice. Is that a Japanese Kill Bill? Yeah, just so much. Incredible. Just this book is a visual feast. And it's super affordable too. Like, geez. Like, this is one that you could definitely get and just be inspired by it for just years. Put on your coffee table. If you ever can't think of something, just flip through this. Try and get inspired. Show off. Jeez. It's just so much style, so much color, just so much content in the book too. Like, wow. So far, this book definitely would get my stamp of approval. Like, go out and get this book, support this company, because this is awesome. Cabin in the Woods. If that's the movie I'm thinking of, that was a weird one. That's awesome. Just look at the atmosphere of this. This is awesome. Huh. This is pretty great. A romantic comedy with zombies. Looper. Awesome. Super cool poster. Holy crap. Dude, just them integrating these illustrations, that's super cool. Got the little icon of him appearing. Not a huge fan of the film, but I still need to watch Brazil, but that is a gorgeous poster. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm probably taking too long on some of the spreads. I'm sorry. I'm trying to give you guys a preview. Ooh, I love this poster. And I really enjoyed that movie. I think this one's by Ken something, I think. I could be wrong. Definitely go and check out who did the Mondo Drive poster, because their art is incredible. I followed them on Instagram. I'm really sorry I can't remember their name right now, but I love that one. Whew. Some Avengers stuff. Black Widow. I kind of feel like, I mean, if I was the art director, though, I feel like the ink texture of these and the watercolor of the gun, I mean, you got a little bit of watercolor, maybe transparency pulling through on the eyebrow. But yeah, this happens with the dry brush. That kind of texture. This happens when it's wet. This is like real wet. Especially because you've got this like pink trigger guard. So I feel like those are kind of fighting each other. But still an awesome idea and super pretty poster. But yeah, that's really weird. I just went into like critique mode for a second there. Sorry. Still a great piece, but if I was the one checking on that, that might be something that I would address. Yeah, but I love this kind of stuff, man. I don't know about that. That's interesting. They wear a little mask, huh? Back to the Future. Let's see if I can get you to see most of this. You got the little icons for the different time periods they go to. What a pretty Iron Giant poster. It's a great movie. I loved that movie as a kid. Still love it now. It's a good one. Dune. I gotta watch the old Dune. I read Dune. I need to watch the old one before I go and watch the new one, huh? E.T. That's kind of an odd spread. Couldn't quite make out the detail is good as well. I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. I need to watch that one, too. Some people's favorite Christmas movie. The Vault of Horror. Making him out of the building, that's pretty cool. A very lovely Psycho poster. 2 Hitchcocks. Very beautiful. I think this might be a Durieux, or however you say it, Laurent Durieux. Durix. I don't know. Another incredible illustrator you should check out. Just fantastic posters. Metropolis. The movie from which my channel got its name because I thought it had one of just the coolest uses of typography I've ever seen. I love the Moloch typography that they do. American Werewolf in London. That's pretty. It's a cool taxi driver one. Definitely, I feel like it goes well with the film. Let's see what we got going here. Is this... Oh, this is also Drive. Oh, he's holding it. I like the other Drive one better. This is still pretty cool. I feel like this kind of imagery might be better for like Only God Forgives and like the colors here. I guess they're really similar to the ones in the other Drive poster. Maybe it's how much purple there is or how much, or the ratio. I don't know. I just prefer the other one, but they're both pretty. Attack the Block, that's a funny movie. I watched that at my aunt's house in Vegas. That was a fun one. The Django Scarface. It's a really nice one. Really like the idea there. I don't know about that hand in his nose though. Oh, real. What a crazy film that is. If you ever wanted like a super dark kind of borderline disturbing Hunger Games, you're like, I want Hunger Games, but maybe with more violence and slightly less focus on the romance, then yeah, Battle Royale might be your flavor. Boogie Nights. Haven't seen that. Terminator, that's pretty cool. There are a lot of movies that like were referenced a lot, or like I knew a lot of quotes from. Gravity was okay. It's kind of fun, Home Alone one. But like the movie was something completely different from what I had expected. Like Rambo, The Terminator, a lot of these action movies that I hadn't watched yet. That's really cool. The diner. Oh, the bike. Walk across. That's a good one. Batman. Wow. Kind of makes weirdo Batman look kind of cool with that illustration. I haven't watched those. I've only seen a couple of funny scenes. I gotta say they're pretty great, but it's just not it's not Nolan's Batman. Some nice little Disney posters. Wow. It's quite the cool Ghost in the Shell one. I can't really remember. I feel like she almost looks like she's smiling, but I feel like for the most part, the Major wasn't that expressive, but that's kind of cool. Oh, Up is definitely a cute one. It's a cute show. Army of Darkness. I still need to watch her. I think that's still on Netflix. Rear Window. Kind of wonder if this is if that one show. What was that one show where the kid's like put under house arrest or he's injured or something, and then he sees like, is it Suburbia? I wonder if Suburbia is referencing that movie. I'm gonna have to watch both of them. Ooh, and they've even got a little index. Nice. Ken Taylor, that might be the name. That's cool. Yeah, very nice book, nicely designed. Good stuff, well constructed. Only a few weird, maybe splits. One of them happened on a tear, so maybe it doesn't really matter. I'm going to be experimenting with a few splits in my own art book. I'm trying to do it too, where like I don't care about the middle of the artwork as much in the ones that I split. So, you know, sometimes it's hard to have pages like that unless you can do the flip outs, but I don't think I'm going to be able to in my art book. But yeah, I love this book. And it's kind of I wonder what that's referencing, the little tabs in. That looks a little weird. I don't know. The cover and stuff, like the design of the cover and stuff is okay. Not my favorite, but like the construction of the book and the design of the interior of the book and all of the art in the book for the cost is unbelievable to me. Like, I would not be surprised if this book costs like $60 to $100. But instead you can get it for like $35. I would definitely encourage you to go out and buy this book, support this company and these artists, because this is just such a cool thing that we have going. And good poster art, good movie illustration, and stuff like that should definitely be encouraged, and we should support that, I think, as a art community and a culture of people who like to watch movies and like to look at visual imagery. So if you liked the video, feel free to subscribe and check out some of the other art book unboxings that I do, and some of the other things I do on the channel. I do a lot of gaming and sometimes a little like sketch comedy or silly little things. Just check it out, and definitely, if you like this book, buy one for yourself, because it doesn't cost that much and it's super cool, and I want this company to succeed because I freaking love this. And maybe one day, as I get stronger as an illustrator, I would love to do some projects for like this kind of stuff. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again.